Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Easy English. Yes, the podcast that promises to help you speak English naturally, confidently, and without fear. We say that a lot, right?
And I'm Jake. And today is such a fun episode. I have been waiting all week because apparently we have nothing better to do than explain greetings again.
True. Today we are doing real conversations, real everyday questions, the kind you use to avoid awkward silence or to make someone tell you about their cat.
Questions are the engine of conversation. Sounds nice, but if questions are the engine, then some people are clearly driving a shopping cart.
Classic. Okay, first question. How are you? People say this every day. It is the universal polite line. You don't have to give your life story.
Right. Best answer. I'm good. Thank you. How about you? Short, polite, done. If you say, I have a million problems, people will run.
Also okay? I'm great. I'm okay. A little tired, but good. Not bad, thanks. Keep it simple. No therapy session at the coffee shop.
Next, how was your day? Say something like, it was good, it was busy, or I had a nice lunch. One small detail, not a movie recap.
Yes, add one tiny detail. It makes you sound human. It was busy, but I finished everything is perfect. It makes you look like a responsible adult, even if you watch TV.
Then, what did you do today? Or, what are you doing today? One for the past, one for the present. Both good to know so you can sound like you live a life.
Now the fun part, preferences. Do you like coffee? Do you like this weather? Do you like mornings?
Do I like mornings? Only if morning starts at noon. Otherwise, no. Mornings and I are on a break.
Classic Jake. He loves mornings the same way he loves exercise, in theory. A good answer? Yes, I love it. No, not really. It's okay. Simple.
Remember, short answers are fine. People don't want an essay. They want a line, a smile, and then maybe a real chat if they care.
And one last thing. Practice. Listen, then practice. Say the questions. Say the answers. Say them out loud, even if your neighbor thinks you are rehearsing for a play.
If you liked this roast of our own episode, subscribe, share, and leave a comment because we will ask you later, and we will really mean it. Sort of.
Thanks for listening. Keep practicing, keep asking questions, and remember, speak easy, laugh loud, and don't take our roasting too seriously. Hey, have you heard about...
Honestly, not really. I'm not a morning person. I prefer evenings. How about you, Maya?
It's such an interesting topic.
Yeah, I have. Let's dive into it and see what we can learn.
First off, bravo. They turned How Are You into a full theatrical production. Question, answer, small detail, return question. It's like they discovered conversation for the first time.
Right? And the golden sentence structure bit. My favorite is blank. Stop the presses. English teachers everywhere are shaking.
Also, the urgency to make listeners speak out loud. Say it now. I can picture half the audience whispering to their plants like it's a language boot camp.
And the examples. My favorite day is Saturday, obviously. I mean, who knew Saturday was peak linguistic achievement?
But credit where it's due. The lesson is simple and practical. It's just packaged with the enthusiasm of a late-night infomercial selling conversation starter kits.
Exactly. Helpful, warm, and lightly overdramatic. Perfect for beginners and deliciously roastable for everyone else.
So, listeners, practice out loud, use your golden sentences, and enjoy the drama. We'll be right back after a brief commercial break for obvious English tips.
Tune in next time when we roast another wholesome lesson. Spoiler, they'll probably tell you to say your answers out loud again.
Hey, have you heard about this thrilling masterpiece of language education? How are you? How was your day? It's like a blockbuster, but with more small talk.
Yeah, I have. Let's dive into it and see what we can learn, and then laugh a little. Who knew asking where do you live could be so dramatic?
Seriously, where do you live? The suspense is real. Will they say a small apartment or a house near the countryside? Edge of your seat stuff.
And if they answer, I live with my family, boom, plot twist, noisy kitchen chorus. Add that tiny detail and suddenly it's a whole Netflix series.
Then we move to siblings. Do you have any siblings? The follow-up drama. No, I'm an only child. Cue sympathy and instant backstory.
Only child, the original VIP. You say it and people immediately ask about your birthday parties and whether you share toys with yourself.
And where are you from originally? The passport question. I was born in Brazil, but I grew up in Portugal. Congratulations, you are now everyone's favorite travel story.
Now for my favorite, opinions and feelings. what do you think about this city suddenly turns you into a critic. I think it's beautiful, or I feel like the coffee is trying to kill me.
I feel like is the secret weapon. Use it and you sound deep. Honestly, I'm not sure is allowed too. It's the polite way to stall while you think of something clever.
Also, do you think exercise is important? If you say yes, you're healthy. If you say no, you're honest. Either way, you start a debate about running shoes.
And how do you feel about Mondays? The real emotional litmus test. I feel excited about it. Liar. I feel a little nervous. Believable. I feel coffee. Poetic.
At the end of the day, these questions are tiny, but they do big work. They make conversations happen, reveal stories, and give learners safe, powerful phrases.
So, roast complete. Yes, these questions are simple, sometimes boring, and slightly dramatic, but they're also the tools that let you talk, connect, and sound natural.
Exactly. Practice them. Add one small detail and watch your English go from robot answers to real conversations. We promise it's worth it.
Hey, have you heard about Jake? Perfect. Okay. Are you ready for the big moment, Maya? It's such an interesting topic.
Yeah, I have. Let's dive into it and see what we can learn. And by learn, I mean survive another cheerfully staged conversation.
Right? It's basically a tiny Broadway play where everyone's extremely polite and suspiciously energetic at 7 a.m. I am so ready. 5 exclamation marks, maximum commitment.
And the plot twist, they both had big breakfasts and simple mornings.
The suspense is unbearable. Who will mention coffee next? Who will confess to actually skipping breakfast?
Spoiler, Jake made coffee and worked out. Groundbreaking. Maya went for a walk and read a book. Of course she did. She practically smells like chamomile and library finds.
Meanwhile, the conversation toolkit contains the most dangerous weapons known to humanity. How are you? And do you prefer mornings or evenings? Use responsibly, and don't try this in a hostage situation.
I love the training segment where they tell listeners to pause it, repeat the questions, repeat the answers, because nothing screams spontaneity like rehearsed spontaneity.
Exactly. It's like a guided improv where you only improvise within 3 safe templates. I'm good, thanks. How about you? The official diplomatic response for minor social catastrophes.
Do you live alone or with family? The question that reveals either a living situation or 5 levels of emotional baggage. Dangerous territory, handled with the care of a travel brochure.
And their advice. Good questions lead to good answers, and good answers lead to more questions. Riveting. Also true if by good you mean non-awkward enough to keep the other person from fleeing.
Can we talk about the international subplot? Jake's from Sydney and partly London. He collects time zones like they're baseball cards. Maya's from Chicago, raised in New York. Naturally, she loves that city, as every New Yorker must.
They even build in wholesome distance. My brother lives in Australia. We video call every week. Translation: we're emotionally competent and also very well traveled in our feelings.
And then the moral of the story: trust the process, trust yourself. Love that. Vaguely spiritual and very convenient for hiding lack of sleep.
The community question is peak podcasting. What is your favorite question to ask someone when you first meet them, and why? As if the internet hasn't already given us 3,000 variant icebreakers that die on contact.
Still, credit where it's due. It's friendly, warm, and actually useful for learners. If your goal is to turn awkward silence into mildly interesting small talk, this is the Swiss Army knife you didn't know you needed.
True. And for people practicing English, hearing the flow, the pauses, the questions, the safe answers is gold, even if it's packaged like motivational gum. Sweet, slightly artificial, and oddly effective.
So, here's the verdict. It's charming, mildly theatrical, and perfect for practicing. Also, it secretly prepares you for every polite interaction from job interviews to rescuing stray conversations at parties.
Final roast and rescue. Practice it, love it, roast it with friends, then actually use it. And if you ever meet someone who opens with, "How are you?" respond honestly, or not. Save honesty for brunch.
And if you try both sides yourself, pretend to be dramatic for Maya and suspiciously chipper for Jake. Repeat until your friends think you've joined a daytime soap opera.
All right, listeners, go comment with your favorite icebreaker in English and show them your courage. We'll read them. Mock gently, applaud loudly.
To keep asking questions in English and in life, like he invented curiosity.
Hey, I did invent it, right after sliced bread and before the coffee break. Curiosity is the best teacher there is. Obvious, inspirational, and slightly overworked.
Overworked is right. That line shows up more than our actual lesson plan. It's the podcast equivalent of a motivational sticky note stuck to a refrigerator that says, "Be brave."
Sticky notes are powerful. Also convenient. Fold them into tiny airplanes and launch them toward enlightenment.
Or launch them into the trash, which is where half our episode topics end up. I mean, you tell people to ask questions, and then you answer them with 3 sentences and a cheerful goodbye.
We keep it efficient. Less fluff, more curiosity. Besides, brevity is a virtue when your attention span is preloaded with cat videos.
True. Though I'm starting to suspect our entire teaching method is watching people hit pause and pretend they learned something.
That's the magic. Leave them curious, slightly smug, and ready to Google the rest. Works every time.
And on that slightly smug note, I'm Maya.
And I'm Jake. Keep asking questions, in English and in life. Even if it's just, why did we end the episode so soon? And we will see you in the next episode of Speak Easy English.